Hello and welcome to my how-to guide on beating the first 6 Queen's Blood matches in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth on the PlayStation 5. In this video, I will show you how to beat Vosh, Ned, Mr. Cuddlesworth, Zahira, Virgil, and finally Thorin. Winning these Queen's Blood matches will also complete the rare card quest, rewarding you with the super desirable Chocobo Moggle card. As the video progresses, I will be showing you what cards you should have in your deck, and how best to play against each of your first 6 opponents. Queen's Blood in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is a thrilling strategy card game that requires wit and careful planning. Here are some strategies to improve your skills and secure victory. Take up space. When learning how to play, focus on taking up space on the board. Spread your hand in your favor to prevent your opponent from gaining the upper hand. Place cards strategically to enable your pawns to move far and wide, opening up more opportunities to use your cards. Even rank 1 cards can make a difference. Dominate a lane. Sometimes, winning a single lane is enough. If you manage to get a high enough score in one lane, you can beat out the other 2 even if your opponent takes them. For instance, a final score of 18 in one lane beats a total of 7 from 2 combined lanes. Focus on one lane at a time, especially if you're just starting out. Break even. If your opponent is getting ahead and you won't be able to beat them, aim to break even. In Queen's Blood, whoever has the most points in a lane keeps their score. If you tie a lane, neither player gets any points. So, preventing your opponent from winning can be just as important as winning yourself. Buff your space. Consider buffing surrounding spaces to increase the power awarded. Alternatively, go on the offensive by taking pawns from your opponent. Careful strategy can help you stop your opponent in their tracks and secure victory. Remember, mastering Queen's Blood will take practice, but these strategies should give you a good starting point. Deck building. In the beginning, pick cards that will give you forward squares and ones that have synergies with other cards in your deck. You will use these to gain board advantage in the early game. Early game chapters 2 to 5. Security Officer. Although it lacks abilities, it's a strong filler card. Play it in the center to push the center lane and set up other side lanes with 2 pawns, Crystal and Crab. This card buffs allied cards on affected tiles by 2. Use it to both push a lane and add a pawn before it, securing the lane, Cactar. Buffs allied cards on affected tiles by 3. Set it up in the topmost lane to win the bottom lane through its buff, J-Unit Sweeper. As a 2-cost card, it provides early lane pressure by pushing the bottom and top lanes. Pair it with other cards that set up the mid lane, Quetzalcoatl. Play it diagonally to provide pawns to other lanes apart from its own. Sets up the middle lane for cards that buff. Toxarat. When played, it lowers the power of allied and enemy cards on affected tiles by 3. Key for Blight decks. Titan. Raises position ranks by 2, quickly setting up 2 to 3 pawns on the board, mid-game, chapters 6 to 10. Archdragon. Reduces the power of the enemy card to the right by 3 points. Use it aggressively to shut down opponent's setups. Ifrit. Gains +2 power for each enhanced allied card. A versatile card that can be powerful when combined with other cards. Late game, chapters 11 to 14. Desert Sahagin and Red 13. These support cards enable self-enfeeble strategies. Purposefully weaken your cards without destroying them to activate enfeeble effects. If you found value in this video, and it helped you improve your Queen's Blood game, then I would appreciate if you would like the video, subscribe, comment what you most like about Final Fantasy VII Rebirth below, and most importantly, don't forget to ding that bell.
Okay, that's the kind of skill I'm talking about. You'll beat Virgil, no prob.
Hey there. You folks buying or selling?
We're here for the Chocobo and Moogle card.
Course you are. Hate to break it to you, but ain't no way I'm giving up that beaut. At least, not to some dabbler who fancies himself a collector. Unless you more than dabble. Tell you what, you beat me, and that card is all yours. So, you game? Then bust out those cards, boy. If you want a challenge, I'll be here. Only one way to get that then bust...
Breaking news at this hour.
You did it! You got my baby back! To be honest, this isn't the first card I've lost. And considering just how many I've lost, one this rare is definitely wasted on me. Here. It's probably better off with you.
The suspects remain at large.
Really?
But only until I've gotten good enough to win it back. Whew. That's a weight off my mind. Right, enough of that. How about I fix you two your drinks? So, this guy moved here recently from Midgar, left after the Sector 7 tragedy. You know how it is. Anyway, he kept raving about this incredible cocktail served at a famous bar in the Undercity. Seventh Heaven. Don't know if you heard of the joint.
Avalanche.
They called it the Cosmo Canyon. Pretty, don't you think? Go on, drink up.
Security forces.
Thanks.
During which time it was placed under a temporary lockdown, which has since been lifted.
You know, that was just what I needed.
Knew you'd like it. Although apparently, my version pales in comparison to the Undercity original. So much so, the guy flat out refuses to order it again.
Pinch of salt. That'll give it the kick it needs. Trust me.
Salt, huh? Hey, that's pretty clever. Yeah, maybe I'll try that. Wait, don't tell me. You're the one who invented the Cosmo Canyon, aren't you? You're that Seventh Heaven bartender.
Not today, but someday soon. When we do open up a new place, swing by. I'll make you a Cosmo Canyon myself.
Okay, but I'm holding you to that. I'll be there opening night, with bells on. Promise.
The suspects remain at large, though public security is confident they will be apprehended soon. Local insurgents are believed to have played a role in their escape. The company will conduct a separate...